Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Wolf, and we're back in Final Fantasy XIV. Yay! I forgot to turn up the volume in the game because I was playing this offline. Whoopsie poopsie. There we go. No big deal. All right. I'm using the headset tonight because I just kind of want to sit back, relax, and enjoy my beer. Hard to do with no nails. My beer, my pub mix. What's brand pub mix? It's the greatest. And we're going to play some fucking RPG. All right. So. Wah, 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 wah. Hold on a second. Odd. It's not showing at 60 FPS on my OBS, but as long as it's showing at 60, okay. That was weird. As long as it's showing at 60 on the stream, I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. As long as you guys can see it, that's all that matters. All right. So, what we're going to be doing here. Tactical training is done. I'm going to see if... I think this is the one I wanted to do. Yeah. So you can see strength is a little bit on the low side now. Did I go too far? That wasn't it. That one's closest. I think because we already had strength and vitality up. Tactical was the problem. I think this one's the one we were looking at. Because this one's clearly skewed a lot. So is that one. Yeah. I think it was this one here. Deploy them. All right. They're off on a mission. And sadly, we can only have one at a time. So I'm going to set everybody else to do training. We're just going to do an even keel. Let's get... Hello, Matthew. Let's just get them trained up. Get the XP flowing. Hello, hello. Ooh, hello. How you doing? No? All right, fine. Fine. I don't need you anyway. All right. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Less than 5 minutes for our first daily. Wait, why is it playing this music? Oh, oh, right. New event. Rising. Something about rising. This year we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. I've risked every life and limb. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings and the night skies filled with vibrant fireworks. May the solemn atmosphere and bright lights above spur us to reflect on the doom portended by Dalamud. that we might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Why is everybody congregating over here? What's happening, people? What's going on? Hello? 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 Okay, so it's an event, and there's a vendor here. I'm gonna be honest, at this low resolution, I don't think I need dynamic res. It's fine. What can we use to buy? Oh, just, okay. We've got a couple of housing things. Realm Redborn Red. Seasonal. Ah, wine. Creates illusions of weaving together myriad shades of light, produces a radiant light that projects images of lesser moon Dalamud. So it's just a bunch of, you know, like this guy just had heavens. That's really funny though. A meteor shower, magic prism. Yeah, it's just a bunch of fun stuff you can kind of waste your money on. So it's just a nice little remembrance, I suppose. I don't. There's really not much here. Not sure why people are congregating around here. Why is everybody standing here? Sorry, I didn't mean to stare at your tits. All right. Yo, so I don't know why everybody's standing here. It's weird. Yeah, so it's just, that's it. It's a nice little decoration. Then we got a fireworks display in the evening. That's fine with me. I need... Maybe to get it up to one... Well, okay. It wasn't hitting 120, but it definitely was a smoother... Oh, now it's fine. It's not really that much smoother. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need it. I'm at 1080p again, so it's fine. Okay. Matthew, how are you doing? How was your week, sir? How was your Friday day? I mean, to be fair, it said it was an event. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Well, I hope it was a nice day where you are. It was actually a nice day out here, but I was indoors all day because I work indoors. Anyway, what I was gonna say was that not every event has a person that starts in Limsa or something like that, like the last event. But I'm fairly certain I read that there is a quest or something. But okay, nothing going on here. Not that I can see anyway. Okay, same thing here. Aha! Wait. Simpkin. Oh, no. That's different. No, it looks like they've got pretty much the same here. Wait. Lest you wonder, the observances are being held in Limsa Lominsa. If you wish to participate, we invite you to pay a visit to the Thalassocracy? The hell is that? Thalassocracy. Well, it says observances are being held in Limsa, so I actually was in the right spot. What? They got like a whole stage and everything? Is somebody going to be playing the... Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure why that's not a solid object. Seriously, why is everybody hanging around here? I'm so confused. Is it happening? Is something happening soon? Am I just like dumb? I mean, I'm dumb, but like, am I dumb? I don't even know where this type of stuff is held here in Ulda. Actually, I might. Yeah, it's over here. I'm an idiot. All right, does this one say the same thing at the end there? Yeah. All right, so Limsa is where I guess they're saying the observance is being held. Whatever that means. I didn't know that's what that area was called, though. The Thalassocracy? It's like America hosting the Olympics. Back in my hometown of Limsa Lominsa. I'm not gonna lie, I think I chose the right city as my hometown. I think I did. Wait a minute, Wandering Minstrel. I don't think that guy's there before. He might be the quest giver. If there's a quest. Dude, I said high level. This is a level 50. Now, being that it's a level 50, it's going to go relatively quickly, so it's fine. But still, I asked for the high-level dungeons, not this. I forgot to refresh. The hell did I just get hit by? Man, it's just crazy how simplistic these fights are back in the day here. Easy. There's one thing I forgot to do. I was looking up, went down like a rabbit hole of videos on how to improve the picture quality in my video games on the PS5, and well, I learned a couple things about the RGB range setting, what full and limited means, and in short, you use the full RGB range when you're using a monitor or a newer TV like an OLED or just a newer HD TV in general. And then you use a limited range. The hell was that? Use a limited range when using an older television to get the most color out of each type of display. But then I was like, okay, well, how do I just make the color, you know, how do I kind of adjust the brightness and all that stuff? And obviously it's per game basis, but I found out that if the game has a gamma setting, you don't touch it because it's garbage. It's a cheap way to brighten the game. And then there were like certain settings for brightness depending on, you know, I suppose depending on the display, but they're generally best practices sort of thing. And well, I couldn't quite follow the rules that the guy had set in place, just because of the fact that well, he was using arbitrary, you know, single digit numbers when, you know, each game does brightness slider or whatever differently. But I still think that it's predominantly it's very subjective. You know, what I think looks good probably looks terrible to some other people. So I'll adjust brightness settings as, you know, according to my monitor, I suppose. It may look different for you guys as opposed to, you know, as it does for me, but oh shit. Woo. But yeah, I did find out about one setting on my PS5 that I definitely did not know about. It's in the accessibility tab where you can adjust the color output. Not over yet. Oh, that was the limit break. Okay. I thought so, but it's the same sound effect as when you actually, you know, well, similar sound effect when you find a duty or a dungeon. A group. Oh, I know I can't care anymore. I don't know. I went to that treasure chest. This might be the guy. He might be the guy. The Symphony of Life. There it is. And then we get a freaking... Oh, yeah. The wind-up Wukalama. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Nice. Well, now, if it isn't my friend Valdemont, it's a pleasure to see you again. Blah, 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 blah. I know. We've seen you plenty of times, Wandering Minstrel. Don't you worry. By the way, that Wandering Minstrel's character model is modeled after Yoshi P's. So that's why people are gathering around that spot. There's something there. Now, there's this character here. And obviously, I'm really not worried about. I just want to get the freebie, that's all. Over here. Oh. You go around. She could tell us crap about this. I suppose we don't have to, though. That's just... So went to the first meeting for bowling this year. It was just, you know, no. The basic stuff, just mentioning who the new president is, the treasurer, so on and so forth. And, you know, welcoming, you know, new and old people back. Myself included, because it's been over a year since the last season that I was playing. And, quite frankly, so we start on the 11th. We end on May 7th. We got Christmas and New Year's Day off, of course. Which, I mean, do either of those land on a Friday this year? Oh, yeah. They do. They both land on a Friday. What are the odds? So we'll have literally 2 weeks off from bowling, which is not great. I do rather like bowling, but that was the whole reason I got back into it this year, because because I never ended up doing what I thought I would be doing during last winter, which was like, oh, maybe on a Friday I'd want to go out to dinner or something like that. With the rising prices in food alone, I did it twice, I think. It's just too much money. Even just going once a week, it's just too much fucking money. It's ridiculous. So, no matter how good the food is, just far too expensive. So, the Fisherman's Guild. Airport. This bitch is just bringing us all over the damn place. I know I should be looking for yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's move on to the next daily. The leveling daily usually takes, well, 7-10 minutes, give or take. Wow, it got dark real quick, didn't it? Okay. Not really what I wanted to do. How about one of these days I'm gonna get the Final Fantasy 15 cookbook and I'm gonna fucking cook, baby. Wow, there's all the fireworks. I really should have probably did all the dialogue. Oh well. Not this again. Whatever this is. Who's this square-jawed gentleman? Ask her. I'm not even reading out loud. Thankful 13. It has been 13 years. We got another one? Look at that. That's okay. We're number 22 in the list. No big deal. NBD. Yeah, I've got to try and get... Got to get to 100 before the next patch. And I think the next patch... excuse me. The next patch is actually... coming out in September. Ooh. Matoya's Cave, nice. Yo, Xanarkin. It makes such a mess, dude. Oh shit, you can actually play it. Is that it? I think that was it. Like I said, I'm just in it for the free stuff. I'm sure that the dialogue is fine. What the hell is she? What class is that? Is that Dancer? Nailed it. That looks so sick. Cool. Ladies. All right. Pretty sure that was it. This is why I don't buy chips or anything of the sort to munch on, because before I know it, I've eaten half the damn thing. I had a little bit before I started stream. Now I'm having some during, and it's half gone. Not great. Nope, nope, nope. That's what I wanted. There we go. Oh, the fireworks are done. Oh, my castle. What the fuck is this? Stormblood. Obviously Stormblood, but I think I remember what this is. I've also changed the voice dialogue to Japanese. I want to hear what it sounds like, but clearly the voice dialogue is kind of few and far between right now. So obviously when the next patch comes out, I'm going to switch it to Japanese again, or switch it to English again, because the English voice acting is actually good. So But for content that, you know, isn't the main story, I'll just have it on Japanese, just to see what it sounds like, you know? Not played this game once in Japanese. Boosh. I remember having this at 50% actually, because the game is notoriously loud like the old Battlefields. I don't remember this fight at all. I actually don't even remember this dungeon, if I am to be honest. Oh shit. Oh, you gotta be on me, huh? Giant rat. I think I kind of remember this a little bit. Dude, tank almost died. What the fuck? Come on, healer. Well, at least the healer understands that. Oh, wait, never mind. That's the tank. Now the healer says they're also sleeping. Half asleep? We can't do that. There we go. Got some Japanese in there. Dude, how am I fourth in threat? Behind the healer? What is that? There you go. We leveled up too. There we go. Give it a tank this time. I don't really care about whatever that was. We got a upgrade. Trait. Ranged mastery. Increases the potency of Imperial Arrow to 260, Sidewinder to 400, Refulgent Arrow to 280, First Shot to 220, and Apex Arrow to 140, up to 700. It's a hell of a jump. What the fuck? What? In a cone before you. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. This says a cone before me as well. However, I feel like it just hits better. I don't know. Call me crazy. But whatever. You know what it is? I think it's just it has a better visual feedback, the original AoE attack. It just has a better visual feedback, that's all. Let me get another beer. I'm gonna bring you guys with me because I'm wireless now. For tonight. I've got a long day planned for tomorrow. We're going to be watching opening night live. We're going to be watching GTA 6 reveal. We're going to be watching the new Black Myth game extended gameplay trailer. We're going to be doing a bunch of watching tomorrow. I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to start the stream early, so that way we can have plenty of time, because I have the kids' first football game is tomorrow at 7. And sadly, I was not able to be there for the very brief practice that they had last tonight, because last night it was rained out, and they said, well, let's do 5:30 to 6:30 tomorrow, meaning today. And of course, bowling is on Fridays, and tonight was the first meeting. While it only lasted about 20 minutes or so, you know, I mingled. I went around, talked to everybody, because I hadn't been there in a year. But also, I could have bowled, but I had this scheduled, so I wasn't about to just do that over this. So, needless to say, here's the thing. I'm just basically a helper. I'm not an assistant coach. I don't really consider myself an assistant coach. The kids call me coach just because I'm in that position, but I'm more just an assistant to Sean, who's the head coach. And I do whatever he asks me to do. And being our other assistant coach, we've got two of us, doesn't know anything about football, which is weird because he seems like a sports guy to me. Whereas I know everything about football, how to play the game. I don't know anything about stats and, you know, who's the better player. I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about my team, and I give a shit about the rules of the game. Being that I played it in high school, some in middle school, but mostly in high school. And of course, I've watched it my entire life. I know the game. I've never coached, but I know the game. And nothing against the other assistant coach on my team. He's a great guy. Nothing says he can't learn as he goes along. But for me, it's like second nature. Now, to be fair, a lot of the rules have changed over the years. A lot of rules I'm not too happy about in the professional sense, but this is flag football, so nothing. We're not going to be doing complex plays or anything like that. We'll just line the kids up, tell them where to go, and that's it. I'll be helping coach defense, which, to be fair, I'm kind of okay with that. I personally like defense better. Because you had one objective. Get the person with the ball. That's it. Doesn't matter how you go about doing that. Right? Because here's the thing. I was D-end, okay? I played D-end. And my job, or anybody on the line, their job was easy. Just go through the line. That's all you had to do. There was no crazy plays you had to do or whatever. It was mostly the secondary who had to have zones or, you know, follow man to man, or whatever the case may be. They had more in-depth plays or more in-depth rules. For the line, it was just go in. And at the end, there were so many times that it was so easy for me to just go around the tight end on offense and just get the running back or the quarterback. It was so easy. And it was fun. It was my favorite position. So helping coach defense is going to be good for me, because I always thought I was better at defense anyway. There was one game, I can't remember who it was against, but there was one game where I caught the running back. He went up right up the middle, and I caught him right in the middle, picked him up, literally put him up because he was a tiny little guy. Put him up on my shoulder and just ran. I think I ran like 20 yards before they blew the whistle. They were like, all right, that's enough. He's He's not going anywhere. I thought it was funny. But he was a small guy, and most running backs are. I was a running back. I was fullback. But I didn't get used a whole lot on offense except to get that first down. That was my job. But on defense, I was on D end. I loved it. It was awesome. I love defense. And yeah, I think if I was to go, obviously I never went to a college that had a sports team. That was reserved for people with good grades. I was a C average student in high school. But if I was to go to college and play football, I would have loved to play defense. Not even well, yeah, no, I think usually college teams have enough people sign up that you could pretty much just play one side or the other. In high school, you played both offense and defense. That's just the way it is. You learn both sides. I think college you get to choose, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, there you go. Less than a minute remaining. But if I had to choose, if I was to go to college, football or whatever, I would have chosen defensive end all the way. It was my favorite position. Quite frankly, I think the most fun. Because unlike the linebackers who have to read the play, which I played linebacker a couple times, I think I did okay. But being shorter, trying to look over the lineman to see where the ball was going, not that easy. So D end was actually perfect for me because I was right up there at the line. Okay. Right up at the line. I could see everything. I thought I was pretty good at it. To be honest, I thought I was pretty good at it. I got my fair share of tackles and sacks and stuff. So it'll be fun. Tomorrow's game's not until 7 p.m. though, and we're gonna start bright and early, 8 a.m. I'm actually gonna set my alarm. My alarm's set every day except for the weekend, so I'm gonna set my alarm. And we're just gonna get rolling, yo. After tonight's stream, I have to make up the thumbnail for tomorrow because we're gonna be watching a bunch of shit, but then we're gonna be hopping into Modern Warfare 4 beta. Yes, I know. Call of Duty. Man, that's weird, Adam. You don't like Call of Duty. I love Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare has always been my favorite franchise or version of Call of Duty. Last time I played was MW2 in 2022. The reason you never saw me play MW3 was because I didn't buy it. Because I thought a 3-hour campaign for $70, you know, it was supposed to be a DLC. It was supposed to be a DLC for MW2, and then they were told to make it into a separate game. And it turned out to be a 3-hour campaign. Multiplayer apparently was good, but I wasn't paying $70 for a multiplayer game. So I never bought it until earlier this year, I think. It was earlier this year. It was on a massive sale. Grabbed it up immediately. I'll play through the campaign. I think I paid like $28, which is essentially a price I would pay just for the campaign, you know, essentially. I remember from the last time. Now we just got to keep moving, keep attacking. Got it. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't see. It didn't have a thing. Okay. Damn it. Well, this is wasting my my ability, or my what, minuet, perfect pitch. Oh, what a waste of an ability. Poor timing. I honestly don't think you could actually fail that. I'm not gonna lie. I never attempted because I don't want to let my team down, but I think they do that on purpose. But there's actually no real danger. He thinks we're dead. Ha! Yeah, we're gonna start at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we're gonna watch all that stuff because the opening night live was like 2.5 hours. So we're gonna go through all that. The new Black Myth game gameplay trailer is like an hour, and then of course the GTA is what, 30 minutes? Because it's a half-hour gameplay extended trailer or something like that. Oh, it's no wonder this fight is long. He actually heals himself all the way back up. What a dick. How'd that hit me? Yeah. I'm such a cum. Oh my god, I'm such a dude. Just an idiot, dude. Make the dumbest fucking comments. Maybe that's why I do this for secondary unpaid living. Why can't I? That was weird. Some weird lag right there. I was gonna say, where the fuck did we go with that? What the fuck? Why did I take so much damage? This is a really long fight. I don't know how that hit me. I really don't. Oh shit. Ow. That guy might die. He did. Never mind. Not might. He did. He died. And I can. What is happening right now? Why do I keep getting frozen? Boosh. That's the way to end it right there. Just a giant fucking fuck you slash. Ba 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 Okay. I gotta stop eating this. Bad enough I'm having the beer. Nowhere on here does it mention the calories. Okay. What do we do whilst we wait? We've already got these squads going. One of them's on a mission. What do we do with the Klondike bar? Well, while it decides, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. So, backyard at Dad's house already needs a trim. Sunday is going to stay noontime for the stream, but okay. So, normal raid is usually a couple of levels of enemies and then the boss, but we're going right into another trial essentially. So, what I'm going to do for Sunday is I'm going to go to my dad's house as early as possible. Probably, I mean, it looks like I'm just going to be waking up at 7 o'clock the whole fucking weekend, even though I probably would do that naturally anyway. So, yeah. So I'm going to get there as soon as I can, and then I'm going to give the old backyard a trim. Who's this guy? This sink? Oh my god, that completely fucked me. What the hell, dude? I'll get that done as soon as I can. Depending on when I get it done, I might spend some time chatting with him, but you know, I'm gonna stay true to the 12 p.m. scheduled time for Destiny 2. I've got a few Aztecross videos to watch because I guess there's some happenings with Destiny 2 going on. Did I even put my debuffs on this guy at all? Probably why I'm losing in DPS, because I didn't even put my fucking debuff on him. Well, that was dumb. Why did I do that? The one thing I forgot. The one thing I need to always remember to do. I don't remember this fight at all. Whoa! Okay, apparently if you touch it, you die immediately. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to sacrifice that much health for that. Well, now my DPS is fucking nothing. What the fuck is going on? Ooh. Oh, what? How? Ah! I went too far. I mean, you don't think that, like, that yellow line means don't touch this. The fuck is going on with this fight? That doesn't matter. I was dead before I even got up. Has he been watching us the whole time? That's creepy. What the hell is happening? We're in a rainbow, apparently. Is that the Milky Way? Okay. That was rude, man. Completely rude. Only 700,000 XP. I don't know who the healer was that kept picking my fat ass up, but thank you so much. That was awful. Meaning I did awful. Now, the question is, do we do the Alliance raid? It's worth a lot. We are trying to level. Let's do guild test first. It's quick. It's easy. It's Not a lot of XP, but it is what it is. I don't know. I might skip the main scenario. Depending on the wait time, I might actually just skip the main scenario and the Alliance raid. Because the Alliance raid can be long too. Sold it. Completely forgot to eat my food to get a boosted XP. I mean, I guess I don't need it. Look, I mean, look at the double XP I've got already, you know? Do I really need to eat anything? I want to go back to the to my inn and check out the Xanarkin Orchestrion roll. I hate the fact that it looks like I have tits. I don't like that. No. Stop doing that. Where is it? There it is. That's raids. Ambient quests. I think it's in here. There's Meteor. Others seasonal. There it is. That's not Xanarkin. The fuck is this? This like some elaborate beginning to it? Because I can hear the melody in this. This is not Xanarkin. What the fuck is this? It just says modulation. I don't know if I like this. When's the melody start? There it is. God, that took forever. What a blue balling kind of fucking feeling. And now my camera's actually quite vibrant, which, you know, is fine. Let's turn it down a smidge. Yeah, that was quite. There we go. That's a lot better, actually. I don't know if I like this version. I don't think anything can beat the piano. I don't like this. I don't like that version. I might even say it's pretty bad. Final Fantasy IX Battle 1. Oh. Yeah, this is from one of the battles in Dawntrail. This one's from Endwalker. All right, yeah. The Grand Duchy of Jonah. Does it tell? Oh, it does. The achievement, the leader of the band. So, at least they tell you how to obtain each one, and there's a lot. Available for purchase in Gridania. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go buy some shit. The question is, from whom? Are we talking like the Grand Master of the... Not the Grand Master. The Quartermaster of the Grand Company? Is that a male or female? That's a dude. Good lord, why are you dressed like that? Is it from the Grand Company, or is it from somebody else? Pretty sure Sundry Splendors only does gear. Yeah. Well, let's go check to see if we can find a vendor that may or may not have these orchestrion rolls. Bum, bum, bum. Certainly not the innkeep. Let's repair my shit. There's a shop there. Definitely not in the Adder's Nest. Let's take a look. Sadly, we're probably only going to go until for another 15 minutes or so. We'll do this. That's a florist. We'll do this last. This last daily, and then we'll call it an evening. I got to make the thumbnail for MW4 tomorrow. That's the leatherwork. Probably over here, I guess. Mama. Battlecraft, independent. Tradecraft? Nope. Oh, maybe there? Wait, what is that? Lancers Guild. Never mind. What is that? Ah. I wonder if maybe it was this vendor here. Or the Whistling Miller? I will say this. They definitely got inspiration for Lord of the Rings for Gridania. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Just listen to the music. You can't tell me this area doesn't sound like Lord of the Rings. This area perfectly mimics the Shire. Is this guy the trader? Oh. Moonfair items. So you can talk to this person, but they don't have anything unless, of course, I'm sure the event is going on. Yeah, literally. Then what's... I mean, okay. You can get this. So, okay, so you... Alright, you'll never miss out on having Final Fantasy 15, which is... The gear is surprisingly cheap, but 16's gear is 1,000 apiece. Well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that is. Retrieve obsolete belts. Retrieve from where? Interesting. Okay, definitely not here. Go around the corner. They said it was purchasable here. So I'm going to guess maybe this is the guy. Maybe not. Not. What? I don't understand. Where would the orchestrion roll be purchasable? I've already checked the entirety of all these vendors. There are a couple there. I don't think that's the Adventurers Guild, so I don't think that's it either. Dude, are we seriously still waiting for the guild test that said less than 5 minutes and now it's over 13 minutes? What the fuck is going on? The guild test was supposed to be quick. Florist, Black Rabbit Trader. Item? Have that. There it is. These are not cheap, but... They are stuff to collect. Yo. They have minions. Oh, I already have that. Never mind. Never mind. We already have it. Oh, they also have Glamour Dispeller and Clear Prisms. Okay. I'm assuming those are the only three. We can go to the inn here and find out. See where else we need. Well, Ulda, one likely has a spot to purchase things or purchase the Orchestrion rolls. I don't have really any use for my money other than, you know, buying frivolous crap. So I might as well just, you know, collect the Orchestrion rolls. I can have more types of music in my room. I wish I had. There it is. I wish I had a house, but I can't. Yeah, see, there's Ulda. Obtained from treasure hunts. Treasure hunts. Treasure hunts. Where do I get treasure hunts from? Where do you go to hunt treasure? I know creature hunts, essentially. Oh, so we just all major areas. Where to find materials for synthesis available for trade in Mordona and from other exchange vendors. So all the major city locations, I suppose. So go Limsa, Lomitsa. We've already. Let's check Limsa because I don't know if I purchased everything from there, dude. Why this ain't even worth the wait, dude. It's a guild hest. Why is it taking so fucking long? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the guild hest. That's a waste of my time. I'm standing here this whole fucking time. This is apparently less than 5 minutes, but we only have 5 minutes left in the stream. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get another duty off because the game decided to take forever on a guild hest. A guild hest is completely stupid. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. And it was already at almost 16. I'm not waiting around that. I shouldn't have waited around that long. I got distracted, though. So, you know, don't blame me. But I got distracted. I never would have actually gone past 5 minutes had I been paying attention. Because it's a guild hest. It doesn't give us any kind of XP whatsoever. I just do it because it's a little extra. It doesn't look like... Okay, these are all the regular vendors. What about the upper decks? What do we got? Got a shop there. Whoa, new player? Blueberry go. That's like a... I don't know if it's a new player or just new character. Oh, is that the blacksmith shop? Hold on. Oh, it's the Culinarians Guild. Okay, no, we don't. All right, what about this guy? Herbalist. That's... Now I get it. Sage. Adventurers Guild. There's a shop there. Weirdly enough, there's a shop randomly in the middle there. Oh. It's literally called, a person called the music roll vendor right here. I bought all these, yeah. I don't trust the game though, so I'm gonna check any other type of vendor that I can think of that isn't already like, you know, independent vendor or something like that. I don't even know what this vendor is. Fishmonger, okay. The Blacksmiths and Armorers Guild. I don't think that used to be there. No. That never used to be there. I think that was actually over here. And then they combined the two, it looks like. I had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, they combined the two. Because Blacksmith's Guild used to be over here. I'm fairly certain. Either Blacksmith or Armor. One of them was right here. This is new, as far as I can tell. I'm fairly certain. Okay, so that's fine. Hold on, what is that? Oh. We bought the stuff in Gridania. Let's go to Ulda. Now. Oh, fireworks are here. Wow, they stop as soon as I get here. Of course they do. You son of a bitch. There's the Adventurers Guild. Probably the merchant in the center here. Hello. Fucking unicorn. Independent importer. Ah! I was right the first time. Look at that. Look at that. And the same minions, whatever. Pretty much the same stuff as the other guy, but in Gridania. I don't know if this will be all of them though. I didn't realize that it told you. Okay, it's clothier or clothier. Novelty gear. Ah, okay, all right. Wedding attire. Might as well check this out. Definitely, of course, tomorrow. I will say in the middle of the stream, I'm probably gonna have to. Well, no, I'm not probably. I'm going to have to go and do my laundry. But that'll be tomorrow. Rudius Proprietor? What the hell is this? Apparently just a gladiator paladin weapon vendor. Well, I'll tell you what, he was rude. Very rudious. Ooh. There's an aesthetics guy there. Goldsmith. I think we're pretty good. That's everything in Ulda. It's going to be a pretty expensive trip going around, just finding equestrian rolls to purchase. But as long as we get to all, it seems like all the major areas, we're probably in good shape. We'll probably be able to buy the majority of them, and we'll be on our way to just focusing on things that we have, the orchestrion rolls that we have to collect. But that is going to do it for me tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time and attention as always. And please join me again bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're going to start that early, yes, I know, but the first football game of the season is not until 7 p.m., so we're going to take advantage of that and start our stream very early. We're going to be watching the opening night live, the new Black Myth trailer, the GTA trailer, and of course, we're going to be trying out Modern Warfare 4. I'm not sure what to expect. A lot of people are saying it's very 2019, and I love 2019, so hopefully it's good. But until then, I'm Matt Wolf. This is Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll see you guys later.